Well, here is some apparently forbidden footage of the draft legal sprint triathlon by USAT at Multisport Festival. Found out after the fact that GoPros are frowned upon, but here we go. In any case, this is coming out of transition from the swim. I was in wave 3 per my age group, so there's 2 waves ahead. Not a whole lot of people on the course. I think there's 1 person in my age group ahead at this point, and then 2 to 4 in my wave. And this guy in front of me was also in my wave. So over the course of this video, you will start to see more and more people on the course, and that is because it is a 3-lap course, as you can see the course profile up there. So it has 380-degree turns and 4 90-degree turns every lap, which comes out to about a turn or corner per kilometer. At this point, I was just focusing on getting settled in, establishing maybe a little group to work in a draft. For those of you who are not familiar with draft legal triathlon, that means that you can sit on someone's wheel and you can work together as a team to bring yourself back. First corner, these were 180s. I brought with myself some crit experience because that's what I enjoy doing. I enjoy racing crits, and then sometimes I show up to these triathlons and have a lot of fun. So right now, I was feeling pretty good. Felt like I felt settled, and was just trying to really start to bring back the people that had put in some time into me on the swim. I knew going into this race that cycling would be my strongest leg, especially with the cornering and some elevation. That racing in groups and racing criteriums would help. Right now you already see that looks like the small group that I had, we gapped and dropped 1 person. So just trying to modulate the effort right now before going to the run. I hadn't yet really started thinking about the run yet. I was just thinking about, do we have enough speed to catch the next group? How do I make sure that I'm not overdoing it, but also wanting to be fast enough to catch the next group, which could or could not be stronger based on their combined effort. You can see these corners and this hill. I really broke away from that small group that I was with and pretty much just started riding solo again. You can start to see a mix of other people starting their first lap, going the other direction, and then I was looking out for people that I knew who had started in my wave. I will say coming into this section was a lot of fun, little twisty turny chicane, as it were, to get ready for the second lap. So definitely just coming up on people, catching, passing, and for the most part, gapping. And it is game type, making decisions as far as what is best when you're coming up on these other groups. Do you sit in for a minute and lose some speed but recover, or do you just keep going? And right here, the people that we're about to see going the other direction. So I slowed it down right here. You can really see those three. That was a group that I knew I was trying to catch. Because Elliot, who was in front of that group right then, I knew started in my wave. So it gave me a little bit of motivation to keep on going. I really hadn't spent too much time looking behind me, only looked what was in front. So that right there, that guy's effort was the first time I'd seen how he was trying to hang on my wheel. Which, hey, that's a smart move. If someone catches you, then it is draft legal. Catch on. Which, this kid right here, he did catch on, and he started a wave or two in front of me, so I knew I had made up about 2+ minutes on him. So slowing down again because I could see right here, a little broken up, but those three that had just turned around who I'm trying to catch. And then hopefully work with them to close down anything in front of us, which really wasn't much at that point. So of course, working on passing people, smooth corners, and yelling on your left. I had noticed at this point that this guy had been riding my wheel and flipped my elbow. Said he wouldn't pull. Honestly, looking back, I should have given more of an effort there than just those 3 to 5 seconds, but hey, it's my first really draft legal triathlon, so you learn new strategy. Which, it kind of turned out somewhat good for me in the moment. I asked him right here to start to take a pull. A little push back and forth. He said he didn't want to. I said, just get me to that group up there, because that is who I was trying to track down.
Get me to them. Why? You're going to sit on my wheels and do some work. It's faster than I'm sitting in your wheels.
So, he gave a little bit of an effort. Gave me a few seconds to recover, which is always nice. Gotten a little bit better striking distance of the group that you can kind of see up the road, and allowed me to close it down fairly quickly. So I knew I wanted to catch on right here to have a little bit of recovery to spin the legs before transitioning to the run. So I knew there wasn't much time left on the bike. It was certainly nice to sit on a wheel though. I was thinking right here, maybe, which I did after this roundabout, decided to give it a good dig. Push the pace a little bit more, hurt everyone else's legs, force them to catch on, and either I'm making everyone else's legs hurt, or I'm getting a precious few seconds to help me in transition. Which, again, looked back, saw that they were there, figured, okay, well, I'll do that again into the next two corners, and see how smooth and fast I can take them. So here we are coming into the last two corners before the uphill into transition. So still trying to create a little bit of separation, but doing it out of being smooth, not out of power. And then just go up this hill and go into transition as fresh as one can be after doing a miniature crit inside of a triathlon. But hey, if you're watching and you were here, awesome, enjoyed the race. If you're watching and you've never done a draft legal triathlon, it's definitely a different experience. Requires a little bit more thinking and tactics, and you certainly need to come out of the swim in a place to where you're with a group who can haul. Otherwise, it may be a solo ride for you. And there's Elvis.